Howdy fellas, back at it again. This is B Junior from B Junior's Movie Cave on the Endurance Productions YouTube channel. Going to do a good Blu-ray reviewage for you this evening on the latest Scream Factory find that I've gotten in the mail. Pre-ordered this some time ago and it finally came in a couple days ago. I've watched all the special features in its entirety. So let's dive right in with Phantasm II. That's right guys, the bigger budgeted sequel to the classic horror of the 70s. This of course was released almost 10 years later in the late 80s. Have a very fond memory of watching this one at a drive-in the summer before they closed the drive-in and knocked it down. I had to watch Midnight Run with Robert De Niro and wait until the late show of Phantasm II. Honestly speaking, it's pound for pound. I like Phantasm II just as much as the original Phantasm. I just can't pick one over the other. I do like the first two better than the later sequels, the 3 and 4 that came out. Get a little water. But overview, if you guys are horror nerds or horror nuts like me, you're going to know what the story of Phantasm 2 is. I'm not going to go into great detail or depth. 1978's circa 79, they came out with a horror classic called Phantasm. It essentially is about Angus Scrimm and two young brothers that basically take a notion to trying to find out what is going on at the mortuary, the mausoleum in the local town, and horror ensues. Phantasm 2 is a continuation of it, and it picks up literally at the ending of the first film, and then a few years later, after Michael, the main character, the main child character, is played by James LeGros in this movie, has grown to manhood basically, and teams back up with Reggie, the survivor from the first film, to go out and basically kill the tall man, Angus Scrimm here on the cover. The ball is back. Basically that in a nutshell. It's just a bigger budgeted sequel put out by Universal Pictures in the late 80s. It's odd that a little cult horror franchise gets a second chance like that by a big studio, and it happened. That is to its credit and its discredit at the same time, because Phantasm 2 has always been the black sheep of the family, where it's never gotten a real good DVD review or DVD release along the way. But we've kind of surpassed that because, lo and behold, good old Scream Factory is putting out a really great edition here of it. This pound for pound is the best way to own Phantasm 2 in my opinion. Basically, it's got the slip cover that we've all known to kind of come to and take a nice gander at, as far as being a different cover art while retaining a lot of the old school art that was in the, I think, the original theatrical one sheet. As customary as it's been, they have put the original cover art on the flip side of the artwork on the inside, and I've been, like a lot of you out there, been flipping those over on the inside so you can have the best of both worlds basically. Phantasm 2 did have some awesome poster art, and I actually do have an original poster, theatrical one sheet of Phantasm 2. And I've always loved that poster. It's just this simple Angus Scrimm holding this gigantic, or in foreground, the ball with the reflection of the two main young leads in the film, and total terror faces there. This is a collector's edition, and what I've learned along the way is that the collector's editions will have these nifty slip covers with them. The regular special editions will not have the slip covers. So that is something new that I did learn along the way. I can say this cover, though, on the newly commissioned artwork, is probably just a step down from the other artworks that have been coming out from, say, some of the other ones like They Live, The Funhouse, and the Halloween films that they released recently. I still like this cover art. It's just that it seems very basic, a little more basic, I should say, as compared to some of the other ones that they put out. Let's dive right in, guys. What you come here to see, though, everybody knows about Phantasm 2 if you're a horror nut, but you want to see what this edition offers as opposed to other ones. It has special features done by Red Shirt Pictures on here, Michael Felcher's company. Audio commentary with director Don Coscarelli and actors Angus Scrimm and Reggie Bannister. New interviews with, it's sort of like a new retrospective featurette is what it is. It's a lengthy featurette with interviews from Don Coscarelli, Angus Scrimm, Reggie Bannister, and Paula Irvine, and also Samantha Phillips and a couple other people. Kenneth Tigar, the character actor that plays the priest in the movie. They get a lot more interviews than what they say on the back here. Original theatrical trailer, and I believe there's some production stills and a couple other little featurettes on there as well. They didn't put everything on the listing on the back, but there is a couple more featurettes with, say, Greg Nicotero about the K&B effects in the movie and the silver sphere effects and how they did some of the opticals and the visual effects in the film. It's stacked and racked, guys. This is the collector's edition that you've probably been waiting for. If you're a Phantasm nut like me, especially the first two films, you're definitely going to pick this one up. I only hope that one day that Don Coscarelli, for whatever reason, will release the right. He still owns Phantasm 1, 3, and 4. That's basically his babies, and if he'll just sign it over to Scream Factory, put it in some good hands, they will do the awesome edition of Phantasm on Blu-ray that we're all pining for, basically. Boy! Sorry, had to do that. Let's get into the inside. See, you got the reversible cover art there, guys. It's just basically the same as the slip cover. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Excuse me, the Blu-ray is in the Blu-ray player. Let me go get that real quick. Let's make a quick cut. You play a good Game Boy, but where is my Blu-ray? There it is, guys. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I threw this one in there. I'm a little unprepared tonight. Let's put it in here for good safekeeping, guys. Gotta protect your Blu-rays. See, it's got cool cover art, I thought, on the Blu-ray itself. This does not have a DVD with it or anything. Of course, they have released the DVD basically from Universal in a gift pack, I think for $5 with Serpent and Rainbow and a couple other ones, and also a lackluster, just bare bones from Universal. So there are a lot of DVDs floating around out there if DVDs do their thing. But I say the heck with DVD on this particular little movie. I say you're going to be wanting to pick this one up over any type of other format. This blows away Laserdisc. Don't even talk about VHS with this one. It blows away Laserdisc, DVD, leaves them all in the dust. Phantasm II has finally been given the treatment and honor, sort of like Halloween 3, that it should have had all along the way, and probably should have had first and foremost before any of the Phantasm releases, because it was the bigger budget studio picture that was put out in the series. The other two in the series came out straight to video, I think via MCA Universal Home Video or something of that nature, a more independent base. But yeah, guys, Scream Factory, A+ once again. I was very happy to get this one. Let's give you the lowdown on picture quality and sound quality. I'm not being biased on this one, guys. This is a favorite film of mine, but I was doing my job for you guys. I was going to be very, very honest whenever I say this. Picture quality on this one on a 4-star scale is a solid 3.5. This little movie has been cleaned up, guys. I thought it looked great. I mean, it's very close to a 4.0 rating, and I don't like to give out 4.0s, but very scarcely. For a little, mid-range budget horror film from Universal in the late 80s, I gotta say, picture quality and sound quality on this, especially the picture quality, is at least a 3.5 on a 4-point scale. On a 4.0 scale for sound quality, I'm gonna give it a solid 3.0. I had the soundbar rocking in the man cave the other day, and it sounded awesome, especially the sphere flight scenes from mid-range of the movie to the ending scenes of the movie where the spheres are flying around and attacking people. Those sounded really cool as well. It sounded like there was a little jet engine kind of flying around and stuff. So I gotta say, man, you can't go wrong. If you're wanting one to be an introductory Scream Factory selection or something of that nature, I say pick up Phantasm 2 first, or Halloween 3, Halloween 2. One of these is more stacked with special features, something like that to kind of get started on before you venture out into other titles that you may never have seen before. I say pick it up, guys. You can't go wrong with Scream Factory. Another hit. Rock on, dudes. I'll see you next time. Bye.